Hi, boys and girls. It's Fireman Dan from the Windsor Severance Fire Museum. Today we're going to read Stop, Drop, and Roll by Margery Cuyler. Jessica was a worrier. She worried morning, noon, and night. She worried about her spelling homework, and learning new steps in ballet class, and remembering to fill her dog's water dish, and waking up in time for school. She was a worrier. Well, one Monday morning in October, Jessica's teacher gave her something new to worry about. It's Fire Prevention Week, explained Mr. Martin. So for the next few days, we're going to talk about fire safety. Uh-oh, groaned Jessica. And this Friday, Mr. Martin commented, we've been asked to share what we have learned for the entire school. Oh no, moaned Jessica. She was a worrier. And I'm sorry, boys and girls, but the pages are sticking together. Let's begin with smoke alarms, said Mr. Martin. Your home should have them on every floor. Automatic sprinklers are a good idea too. Smoke alarms, sprinklers, Jessica had never seen either in her house. Your family should also have escape plans in case of a fire, said Mr. Martin. And fire drills so everyone knows what to do. Jessica chewed her pencil in half. Escape plans. Now she was really worried. That night, Jessica announced, there's a big problem in this house. We have no smoke alarms, we have no sprinkler system, we don't even have escape plans. If there was a fire, we'd be in trouble. Her mother puckered her forehead, and I remember buying smoke alarms, but I guess we never got around to installing them. And we talked about finding someone to put in sprinklers, added Dad, but we're always too busy to make an appointment. And what about extra batteries for the alarms, reminded Laura. Yeah, said Tom, we need to keep more batteries around here. Jessica twisted her napkin. She knew the real reason Tom wanted more batteries. His birthday was in 3 days. He wanted batteries for his presents. But fire safety was more important than batteries, toys, wasn't it? We've got to do something about this now, warned Jessica. You're right, said Mom. After dinner, we'll make an escape plan and find those smoke alarms. And tomorrow I'll get extra batteries and make arrangements for sprinkler systems, said Dad. But Jessica still felt too worried to sleep. She tossed and turned all night. Look at Jessica in there with all her toys. No wonder she can't sleep. The next day, Mr. Martin wrote some fire safety rules on the blackboard. Never play with lighters or matches. Keep electric heaters at least 3 feet away from things that could burn. Keep extension cords away from doorways and from being pinched by furniture. A professional should check your chimney and furnace in your home each year. Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Martin went on and on until Jessica had to cover her ears. She'll never be able to remember so many things. At dinner, Jessica asked, have we ever had our chimney checked? Yes, answered Dad, when we bought the house. But Mr. Martin said we should be checking every year, said Jessica. The furnace, too. Dad sighed. I'll put them on my list of things to do. But that didn't stop Jessica from worrying. Remember, Jessica was a worrier. She went through the entire house checking cords and smoke alarm batteries. And she had another sleepless night, imagining all the things that could go wrong. On Wednesday, Mr. Martin even had more fire safety rules. Heat makes smoke rise. So if you're in a fire, you must crawl under the smoke where the air is cleaner. And when you reach a door, touch it. If it feels cool, it's safe to open. Jessica tugged on her barrette. What if the door feels warm? What should I do then? If the door's warm, continued Mr. Martin, don't open it. Find a window, call for help, then wait for the firefighters to come and tell you what to do. And there's one more very important thing you need to know, said Mr. Martin. If your clothes catch fire, stop what you're doing, drop to the ground, and roll over and over until you smother the flames. Catch fire? Jessica had never been so worried in her life. Stop, drop, and roll, repeated Mr. Martin. Let's all say it 3 times. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll, chanted the class. All except Jessica. Her worries had twisted her tongue into a big knot. Oh my goodness. When Jessica got home, she made her family have a fire drill. Then she rechecked all the electrical cords, tested the batteries and all the smoke detectors, and made double sure that there were no matches lying around. Afterwards, Jessica felt a little better, but she still couldn't get Mr. Martin's words from class right. Stop, slop, and troll. Mop, pop, and bowl. The harder Jessica tried, the worse she did. But she went to sleep feeling a little better. You remember, Jessica was a worrier. At least she knew what to do if there was a fire during the night. Then on Thursday, this disaster struck. Mr. Martin asked Jessica to demonstrate stop, drop, and roll at the assembly the next day. Why me, thought Jessica. Oh no, on the bus home she tried to practice the words stop, flop, and roll, flop, mop, and stroll, stop, pop, and hole, but they kept coming out wrong. Oh, poor Jessica. Jessica was so worried about the assembly she couldn't even enjoy Tom's birthday party. Stop, drop, mole. Stop, drop, and hole. Mop, plop, and stroll, she muttered to herself. Because of all her muttering, she didn't even notice when Mom brought in cake. It had 7 big candles on it. 6 were for Tom's 6th birthday, and 1 was for wishing on. And just then Tom leaned over to blow them out. Jessica looked up and saw fire. Stop, drop, and roll, she screamed. Immediately Tom stopped, blowing, dropping, and to the floor. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Before he rolled, Jessica saw that Tom wasn't on fire at all. Jessica's worries had gotten the best of her. She was so embarrassed. False alarm, said Dad. Phew, said Mom. You gave me quite a scare. I'm sorry, said Jessica, but I thought... You thought, quickly interrupted Dad. That's good, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Besides, added Laura, you finally said it right. And that, boys and girls, and that was the truth. Jessica had said the words right, and now she was confident. She never forgot any of the fire safety rules, and she had learned that week. And you know what? She never did stop, drop, and roll.